No, it's in there. This was already on the map though. Ah.
Good. You're awake.
Ouch! Oh, you stepped on my toe.
Never thought I'd see you again.
Who are you?
Didn't think you'd remember. Just another Dunmer, G'dave of Jonestead, caught in yet another mishap.
How'd you escape Jonestead?
Ah, doesn't matter. I ended up here anyway.
You know where we are?
You can say I've gotten comfortable with how things run around here. I imagine you must have some background on this place yourself.
Prison cell. Underground base belonging to those behind the attack on Jonestead?
So you know exactly where we are? Great. That'll come in handy for getting us out of here. All we need is a plan. Wait! Hear that? Someone's coming.
Time for your shift, prisoner.
Ready, sir.
You, on the other hand, have no place outside of that cell. The matriarch wishes nothing but for you to suffer. Celine, Atlas, and you. You've damned us all. Savor your final meals.
Listen, they've got all the prisoners picking rocks down in the mines. We're all chummy with one another. If there's anything you want done, within reasonable bounds, tell me now. They'll listen to what I have to say.
Isn't that guard within earshot?
Who? That armored fellow? They're typical mindless brutes, only good for beating down an unruly slave not listening.
No need for anyone else to get involved. I'm getting out now.
If you're sure you can handle the fighting, I can at least guide you through this place.
Ready?
Yes, let me see. Right, I'll distract the guard. Try to get a head start. Hey, guard. I'm not feeling well today. Any chance I can get the day off? So, I should speak to an overseer, is that what you mean? No offense, but can I get an official confirmation? Oh, I submit! I submit!
Oh my god. What the fuck? I'm trying to cast a spell here. Yeah, he died.
Yes? Of course. Sure. As you wish.
You managed to just sneak in and smuggle in
Sure.
stuff.
All right. Shall we continue?
Oh, did you need something?
Have I got freckles? I hate freckles.
Where'd they put me gear? God's sake.
Dearest friend, I'm so happy that you are here.
Christ. Yeah, where the hell did they put my gear? Ah, not here. Okay. What the hell's where are you doing? Where the hell is my gear? Oh, retrieve your belongings. fuck? Lucian's here.
What's in your... Oh. Oh.
Oh, for God's sake.
Hi there. Oh, sorry.
What did that do? I thought it let the wolves out.
Oh, sorry.
There once was a hero named Lucian Flavius, whose singing and writing and looks were just marvelous.
Right, now we have some.
Hello. Who's that?
Inigo sounds like indigo, and that's what colour he is. Clever, isn't it? Sure, let's trade. Let me know if you need anything else.
Also sounds like Indio, but he's not a villain.
talk a little, you and I? Wouldn't it be nice to just talk a little, you and I? I heard something interesting the other day.
Yeah.
Poor Ballymun, the Riftensmith, has lost his ring of smithing.
Alright.
There were some suspicious-looking strangers that were looking at his wares. After they had left, he realized that his ring was gone. He thinks they were traveling bandits. Yes, he thinks he even knows where they came from. Poor Ballymun may look strong, but he isn't that much of a fighter. But he has offered a reward to anyone who can get his ring back. Maybe we could help him at some point? I marked the location of the bandit camp on your map, in case you would feel like doing him a favor. Are you hungry? I could make a meal for you if you like.
Not right
Talk
now.
later.
Thought I heard something.
Came out of here. Okay. Oh. These banners are great.
I feel like
Okay, we could have got in there from here. Okay, don't know what's going on here. Yeah. The hell?
wouldn't it be nice to just talk a little, you and I? It's so nice to just talk a little, you and I. I was just thinking, would you be interested if I told you a little about myself? Now where were we? I think I told you all about my time in Marcus, didn't I? Well, when Bruce's leg had healed, we headed in direction Whiterun. The landscape in the south is quite pleasant, don't you think so? Whiterun itself was also a pleasant surprise. There the climate is quite nice, and the people rather friendly. Although they still don't understand the pleasure of dancing on tables, of course. I quite like the smith, Adrienne Abenici, and her husband Ulfbert. War Maidens is a funny name for a store, isn't it? Ulfbert told me that War Maiden was a childhood nickname for Adrienne. Her father used to call her that because she always played with swords. I also had a nickname as a child, but it's a little embarrassing. I'm not sure I dare to tell you about it. Well, maybe some other time.
Alright.
So, where are we going now?
We're gonna go and kill someone. Although they seem to have left. Yeah.
Caves are exciting, don't you think? You never know what you'll find.
We're dead again.
Strange. I'm thirsty.
I get over the boxes?
My sons have shed blood, and now Celine has sent us her assassin to eliminate all who remain. Atlas, you've led us to slaughter. This land can shapeshift to accommodate more inhabitants. There's no need for that now. I feel nothing but dread upon your arrival, Dragonborn. I'm without boastful words, the derisive bravado of a veteran of the Hammerfire resistance. No. Now I'm afraid. I've denied the inevitability of this moment for too long. This is the end. Are you as bewildered as I was when I first stepped into this paradise, wondering if this utopia is still on Tamriel? It isn't. Carved from the void, it is a land enraptured by bliss for eternity. A sliver of what might have come had its creator been true to her word.
Turn the volume down.
Only those blessed by the Creator are permitted to enter this realm. Purity, me, you. I have no say in the matter. That was her will. So when I die, the realm will be open to all, to be tainted and ransacked. But when I die, the realm will live on. After all, I am not its creator, I'm the thief. What did I steal from royalty? I stole ambition, the courage to not settle for less. Perhaps I was a fool to think I was anything more than a pawn. I'm no saint. I've allowed others to chart my life. I've only followed, not out of principle, but because it was destiny. She tricked me. Has she tricked you? I doubt it. At least you're aware of the fall.
Locate the hist weapon. That's what we're trying to do here. Ah, that voice.
Five, the last line of defense.
Hi there.
When you are ready to end this war, I will be atop the citadel in the west. Once you walk through that door, there will be no turning back. I should have died in 153. No home, no wealth. All I had was my younger sister. Now she's dead too. I intended to jump off the adamantine tower. That's where I met her. It would be a terrible thing to fall, she said. Selene II, my predecessor, my mistress.
Strange.
She gave me a reason to live. I had a purpose here in Project.
She's upstairs.
I was there in the Black Marsh when we unleashed the hissed weapon on the cleansers, causing the West Weld massacre. Selene II died in that battle against Corvus. That is where I became the de facto matriarch, even though Purity's true heir arose in the East. We had been abandoned, you see. It wasn't the first time Selene had died, nor will it be the last. Who was her reincarnation? It should be obvious.
Will you look at these shoes? They hardly last a week.
Before you strike me down, I want you to understand what it will take to reach Sky's Divide.
I think I made a mistake.
You
putting those
must
long
kill
sauces.
her, just as she sent you to kill me. It's the only way you can complete your odyssey. Now, proceed. Dragonborn. Is that what they call you? Only now, after the fall of the Empire, the Great War, do the gods decide to send us their hero. All of Tamriel waged war after bloody war for 2 centuries. Incalculable amounts of young and old lost, yet the gods turned a blind eye. But when lust was rank in the air, when serenity and old purity aspired to expose the stark reality, they decried it as obscene.
Voice is too quiet now.
She was right. We have no choice in the matter.
I don't want to be mean in any way, because I do really like Farkas. But if he and Wilkas are twins, how come Wilkas got so much more brains?
Your final objective stands before you, ready to die for your heresy. I am Matriarch Virgil of Project Purity, first Golden Maiden of Matari. You would listen to my final words.
Atari made no mention of a golden maiden.
Now, do you understand what this has been about ever since the first attack on Jonestead? There was never meant to be a war between Sirens and Purity. Why would there be? This has been a game whose both sides were controlled by the same player. A woman I once served and swore an oath to obey. The one you now call both your enemy and mistress, without understanding why.
Atari.
It always begins with a woman and a lie. Celine the First, an Altmer noble, the founder of Project Purity and mastermind behind Eurosap, unknowingly slain by Martin Septim's champion. Istis, an Ashen warlord who brought her people to the brink of freedom, only to betray them to their Saesi masters so they may remain slaves left in want. Celine II, another Ashen, and the provocateur of the Purity Pinder War that drove both sides to ruin on a quest for vengeance. At last, Matari, the savior we had all been looking for to deliver us from a life of agony she manufactured under different personas.
Why?
To build an army.
Army for what?
This world is our arena and our prison. Men will wage wars over trivialities for eternity, on behalf of the gods and kings that neglected them to begin with. They will die in conflicts that will endure millennia, spanning across eras under different monikers. It will be this way until the end of time, until all that's left is silence. But if someone were to escape their cage and rise above prophecy and destiny, they will become something more than a mortal, more than a god. They will be alive. It was a trickster that created Mundus, and it shall be a trickster that destroys it. From the remains a new world will be born, one not designed to suffer the horrors of even the most mundane lives. It would be an end to sorrow. Peace would be in abundance. At last, we would all be free.
God forbid a mundane life. Why choose 4?
It's the only viable solution. Long ago, she believed rejecting the will of the gods would entail the destruction of their reality. Lust would have governed the land rather than war. Life would have continued its course of degradation all the same, but towards the opposite side of the spectrum. Eventually, men, in their infinite pursuits fueled by greed, would have repressed their memories of a life in which every day was to be cherished. And the meaning of excess was a foreign concept. The names of divinity abandoned, morality a broken chain, a diseased world left to be molded into something greater by the will of its new god. It is the natural order. She detests war as much as she loathes the rampant fornication stimulated by her creations.
Golden Maidens?
Among other abominations. To limit yourself to an ideal would be arrogant, and her mind values logic and reason over integrity. She uses war as a means to end all war. The very thing championed by gods will be turned against them, while still adhering to their sacred visions of the future. her sirens would systematically dismantle the towers of royalty by song and bloodshed. For as many years as it would take, states and institutions would fall in a rapid succession that outpaces the recovery. It's a fate that will befall us, with or without her presence, as soothsayers, war poets, and the Elder Scrolls declare in usual ambiguous fashion. That certainty is a loophole to be exploited, and she substitutes key components of the end times so that it may arrive by her will. If the world dies by her will, it shall be reborn with her as its creator.
I heard that before. You betrayed her?
Because she's a liar. You of all people must have heard its echoes in the void. Calling it a soul would be understating its magnificence, but it's the only word in our language that comes closest to describing it. Matari and all the avatars that preceded her answer to the raw source of knowledge and power that is imprisoned in the darkness. Salaquine.
Hair didn't really work.
Salaquine cannot be defined by a dichotomy of benevolence. She's compelled by an intense primal instinct to have her physical and incorporeal states reunited. Her detainment is administered by the same forces that can only be undone through destruction. Whether her disciples ascend to the higher plane or are rewarded with paradise is peripheral. Salaquine will resort to any measure to secure victory, even if it means sacrificing us all. I refused to allow that possibility. I chose purity.
You would have used the hiss toxin?
The Hist would have proven to be a much cleaner effort than a war, but she abandoned it in favor of the Sirens, for reasons I don't understand. When all had died under its thick veil, we would assume the throne of creation and conjure an existence determined by the many.
What will happen now?
I leave our fates to Matari, and pray for her triumph to be swift.
I'd rather have the woman you've been combating succeed in your stead.
Exactly.
I'll stop her.
After all I've said, you still don't understand.
I'm not giving in.
The audacity you have is infuriating, but I cannot hate you. To blame you for a fault that is not willingly your own, one that is part of your inherent design, is unjust. Salaquine knows this. Thousands of years walking amongst mortals in the form of avatars, learning their strengths, their deficiencies, has made her aware of the mechanisms that threaten her ascension. She is not the reckless adversary of songs and legends who fall without effort. She knows you better than you know yourself, hero. She will break you. I've said enough. Kill me and go. Go and murder your mistress. Her death will grant you passage to Sky's Divide.
My blades and spells would pass through her like a spirit.
Not anymore. If you have lingering questions, ask them now.
Leave, Virgil. I do not wish to kill you.
Don't be ridiculous. Mistress Matari would not be pleased with either of us.
I aim to displease.
I can't believe you're doing this. The exit is reopened. Leave. You and any allies that remain in Innocence will be teleported back to the surface. I'll leave.
Not anymore.
What will I do?
Live.
I'm finally going home.
They promise redemption, and this time we fight for freedom. They're dreaming, awakened, shattered by love. We courage together, within against distraction. Salvation, remission is more.